Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bring you our NFL Week 15 preview between the Washington Redskins and the Atlanta Falcons. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Redskins. The Washington Redskins can put the Atlanta Falcons secondary in the bind with the illusion off of the read option fake. And I'm going to show you how they can get this done. Right here, we're going to put Santana Moss in the slot. We're going to bring him over, giving the illusion of the jet sweep as we fake the read option. And we're trying to hit him in the hole right here. The Falcons have over-aggressive corners that are waiting to jump routes, that are waiting to make a play. I think this play could work big time for the Washington Redskins in their passing game. So we're going to fake the read option here. We're going to send Santana Moss in motion, giving the illusion of the jet sweep. Now, as we snap the ball, he's sprinting out here. And what this is trying to do is get this cornerback to jump the flat. And also how we're going to influence these linebackers to keep them out of the way. We're bringing the slot guy to the strong side where the tight end is, over on a crosser. We have the backside post. This will hold this linebacker here under this post, and these guys will try to pass the crosser off, and this will hold this backer as well. We also are sending the tight end up to try to push the safety. He's going to push hard at the safety, giving the illusion that he can go in or out, and he's breaking to the flag. Again, creating the hole for Santana Moss. So as the ball is snapped, he's sprinting, and then cutting back on a dart route right here. And this is where RG3 can find a big play. Get the football out of his hands quickly. It's a pseudo slant, but again, it's taking advantage of an over-aggressive corner. It's going to open his hips to try to bust to the flat, and Santana Moss is still athletic enough to make one miss after he catches this quick pass, which could result into a big play. Now, if that's taken away, then yes, you have your backside post, you have your tight end on the flag, which could be one-on-one on a tight end, but that whole defender, this is going to be vacated because of the crosser and the fact that this guy is buzzing, showing great speed going to the flat, but really breaking back in on a quick slant dart route. So I think that's how they can have some success this week versus the Atlanta Falcons, taking advantage of an over-aggressive cornerback out there on the flanks. The Atlanta Falcons will see a lot of pressure this week versus the Washington Redskins, and one way they can combat the pressure is by stacking their wide receivers and taking advantage of an over-aggressive defense. I'm going to show you how they can get this done. Out of one of their favorite formations is shotgun spread. There's a tight end and receiver to the strong side, stacked receivers in a pseudo bunch to the weak side, and on the strong side, we're going to run your simple built-in hot reads, your quick hitches for your receiver and your tight end. Matt Ryan can hit this all day with Tony Gonzalez, and this is Ryder White on the outside. Now, they can get creative and put different receiver combinations on the weak side. My suggestion, Harry Douglas on the top, at the top, Ryder White on the inside. And I'm going to show you how this can be effective and what they're trying to do. The running back is going to show fake, swing out, and this is a zone buster. This is to expand the zone to create opportunities for these stacked wide receivers. Now, on the guy at the top of the bunch, which could be your speed guy, your Harry Douglas, I would have him run a reverse pivot. He's going to show out as if he's going to the flat, speed out, and breaking back in, giving Matt Ryan a guy that's going to be running away from man coverage on the inside, getting him the football quickly, and he can make one miss. Now, as he's going out, you're going to see Ryder White shoot up inside, and versus man, he's going to keep going to the street, down the hash. And versus zone, he's going to break to the post. So this is the option route on the inside. You get his big body on the inside, shooting across the middle on the post. If it's zone, and versus man, he's streaking down the hash. So I think this is how they can have some success versus that over-aggressive defense. This play could be a potential big one because of the reverse pivot, the zone buster with the back out in the flat, and your built-in hot reads with your hitches by the tight end and the flanker. So I think that's how they can have some success this week versus the Washington Redskins. They're going to have to hit the quick pass to get Matt Ryan in the groove, and also to break down that pressure style defense of the Redskins. And this is one play that could work to success this week versus for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, here are some in-game adjustments that you want to watch for in this ball game for Washington. Who draws the double team of the Atlanta Falcons, whether it's Tony Gonzalez or maybe it's Ryder White. Someone is going to have to get doubled. You want to take away one of the top two options for Matt Ryan and force him to go to other targets. And you also want to keep an eye on how much of the read option they choose to stick with now that Kirk Cousins is in the lineup. I say they go with a healthy dose of that read option. It's only a form of play action, and it forces the defense to remain disciplined at the line of scrimmage. And you also want to pay attention to how they play the running game of the Atlanta Falcons. Will they feel as though their personnel can beat the Falcons personnel in base, a one-on-one, man-to-man, or will they try to get creative and try to stunt up front to slow down the running game to put the Falcons in a one-dimensional situation? And for the Falcons, you want to keep an eye on how aggressive they're going to be defensively now that Kirk Cousins is at quarterback. He's not the running threat that RG3 is, but he does have some mobility. Will they stay in safe defenses, or will they try to send extra coming off the edge? And versus a 3-4 defense, you want to keep an eye on how the Falcons utilize double tight end formations. That's one way you can neutralize the pressure of that 3-4 with double tight end set. So keep an eye on how they utilize both Gonzalez and Levine Tololo this week. And the biggest thing for Atlanta offensively is protecting Matt Ryan. So that's why you want to watch out for the offensive tackles in pass protection versus these outside edge rushers of the Washington Redskins. Now here are some coaching points for both teams in this ball game. For the Redskins, balance is going to be key. No matter the quarterback, you have to have some balance on your offense. So I think it's important this week versus Atlanta. They come in and try to establish the running game early to make Kirk Cousins very comfortable back there in the pocket. And on defense, you want to guard the sticks. Matt Ryan is a quarterback that's not going to attack you deep down the field, so you don't have to be as fast to bail back into your coverage. You can keep those wide receivers entertained at the line of scrimmage, throw off that timing, and he's going to get rid of that football quickly. And that way you can rally up and make the tackle, but you have to guard the sticks. Don't be so quick to bail in coverage. And it's important for the Redskins to get off to an early start on both sides of the ball, getting those early 3 and outs on defense, and on offense, helping your young quarterback get into a groove early with a short passing game and also the running game. So the Washington Redskins really have to get off to an early start on the road this week versus the Falcons. And for the Falcons, they're going to have to work the slots and the hashes in the passing game. I think the Redskins are vulnerable over the middle of the field, so I think the Falcons can come in and attack the middle of the field very early in this ball game. And on defense, those defensive tackles, that's Babineau, Pariah Jerry, Corey Peters, they're going to have to win at the point of attack. The way you stop the Redskins' zone blocking scheme, you have to get pressure from within. So those guys up front will have to really win versus those guards in center of the Washington Redskins. And you want to force Kirk Cousins to throw into trap defenses. He's a young quarterback, so I'm pretty sure he wants to get the football out of his hands quickly so you can influence him into some bad decisions to try to force turnovers to get the ball back for Matt Ryan in that offense. The X factor for the Redskins is an obvious one. Is Kirk Cousins, the new starting quarterback. He's going to have to play well on the road in order for the Redskins to win this ball game. And the X factor for the Falcons will be their cornerback play. Normally when you have RG3 back there in the pocket, a mobile guy, you can only play a certain amount of coverages, maybe cover 2, maybe cover 4. But now you have Kirk Cousins, so your playbook is open as a defense, and you can get even more aggressive as a corner versus those Redskins wide receivers. I like Atlanta in this ballgame. I think their offense will do a great job in spreading out that Redskins defense and attacking them with a short, intermediate passing game. And on defense, they'll be a little bit more aggressive and get some early 3 and out. So I think the Falcons take care of business at home versus Washington. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Falcon fan forums and Redskin fan forums for always showing football game plan support.